Good afternoon, everyone. Myself Zil Bharat, and my first presentation in the season three of the presentation is on the on the Rabindranath Tagore's novel *The Home and the World*, and the title is *A Call for a New World Order*. This is my introduction. Beginning with Rabindranath Tagore was a Bengali polymath. He has reshaped the Bengali literature and music as well as Indian art and gave a modernism to the work. He is the first non European and the first lyricist to win a Nobel Prize in 1930, and he is known as the Bard of Bengal. About the Home and the World. Home and the World was originally written in Bengali by Rabindranath Tagore in 1916 with a name or title of Ghare Baire, which was translated by his nephew Surendranath Tagore in 1919 with the title The Home and the World. This novel is illustrating the battle between the ideas of Western culture and the revolution against Western culture. In a way, this novel is a battle between the two ideologies of Tagore himself. It is set in the 20th century. The background of the novel is a political background is a Swadeshi movement, which was the response of a partition of the Bengal by Viceroy Lord Curzon in 1905. The three main characters of the novel are Nikhilesh, Bimla, and Sandeep. Nikhilesh is the one who believes in freedom and thinks that everyone should have a freedom to make their own choice. He is rational, educated, and belongs to an aristocratic family and opposes violence. While Sandeep is the one who has a traditional mindset and wants to follow one dimensional mindset and wants to follow one path which is decided by him. He stands nothing in a way to reach his goals, while Bimla is a traditional female, she is an allegory of uh, a Bengal which was having two types of citizens, one which were traditional and one which was striving for freedom and were ready to adapt the modern thinking. The question in this presentation is Tagore's message in The Home and the World is still true for the time? Beginning with the lines of a Tagore in the poem The Setting of the Century, he is concerned for the blindness people is having towards the nation. He is worried the naked passion of the self-love for the nation is going to endanger the nation. He is against the mass action, nationalism, and the modern nation state. In The Home and the World, Tagore is viewing these ideas only the dangers of political extremism. In the novel, describing the Swadeshi movement, Tagore is writing a flood, breaking down the dikes and sweeping of all our prudence and fear before it. In the novel, and in also in the reality, in the history also it is saying, and the novel is also describing that in the Swadeshi movement, in Bengal, there was a demand of complete reliance on the Indian-made goods and the rejection of a foreign-made products. Here in the novel, we see that there is a struggle between the Nikhil and the Sandeep for Bimla. Allegorically, we can see that the Nikhil's ideology, that is alter ego of Tagore, that is everyone should have a freedom of choice, and Sandeep, who wants traditionality in the Bengal, and the Bimla is allegory of Bengal. And this battle for the future of the Bengal and in the character for the future or a character of a Bimla is seen. Nikhil and Sandeep both are sharing same ideologies, that is freedom for oppression, but their methods are different. Nikhil is believing in freedom of choice, while Sandeep is believing to impose the truth. Here, as Bimla was firstly seduced by the concept or the idea or a notion which Sandeep was having about the Swadeshi movement, but later she realized that it was an idea which was tying or bounding the society. The people had no freedom of their own in Sandeep's ideology. Here discussing about the Nikhil was an enlightened humanist. He was humanist, while the Sandeep can be called as a nationalist. Nikhil also believed in a Swadeshi movement in the beginning, but knowing to the outer world, he realized that everyone should have their own choices and freedom of choice. There is also a dialogue of Nikhil. To tyrannize for a country, he says, is to tyrannize over the country. In imposing the truth, we don't get an idea that when we start dictating others. He looks to serve a greater cause than the mere national interest, and his greater cause was for the people, not for the nation. Sandeep was going for the nation first ideology, while Nikhil is going for the ideology of people's first, which we have also seen in the novel. That while Nikhil is trying to explain Sandeep that if they are no, if they are banning the foreign goods which are cheap, it will be harmful for the people of India or Bengal only, because Indian goods are costly and will not be the Indians won't be able to have it. There is also a dialogue in the novel: to worship my country as a god is to bring a curse upon it. Now, if we talk about Nikhil had an ideology that whatever happens, he needs to feed his ego, and he wants what he wants, desires. He is representing himself as a realist, one who brutally confronts the world. He is an extremist. Everything of the old order must be destroyed for a new order to take its place. He also says that Sandeep has nothing to stop to achieve the end. And there is also a dialogue in the section of Sandeep. Whenever an individual or a nation becomes incapable of perpetrating injustice, it is swept into the dustbin of the world. Sandeep was a complete irrelevance of moral ideologies. He had no ideologies in following the path by hook or crook he wanted to do or achieve the desire, which is also seen in his relationship with the Bimla. He in To have Bimla in his life, he was also ready to take away Bimla from his own husband. The home and the world is an important in the Tagore's rejection of mass action as a force destructive to freedom and individuality. When something is happening in a mass action, the freedom or individuality of another group or another society is being repressed. The message in the home and the world is clear. To deny distinctiveness and individuality is to deny diversity. If we don't allow foreign goods in India or in Bengal, it means that we are not ready to adapt to new things or having diversity in our own region or in our nation. For Tagore, political boundaries were the symptomatic to human desire to limit the world to what the self, rooted in ego-centeredness, can comprehend, and which can be seen in the character of the Sandeep. He wanted to fight for the cause, but it was also clear that his own ego drove him forward for having or attaining his desire. Tagore is recognizing here that the pride that comes with nationhood can only lead to arrogance and to the repression of others. This message was true in the time when Tagore wrote this novel, that is in 1916. But if we see in today's time, what are we doing? Are we playing a character of Sandeep or Nikhilesh? Today we are the cinema or a Bollywood, which is for the purpose of entertainment. We are boycotting the films like Lal Singh Chaddha on the grounds of nationalism and India's daughter, which is a mere reality of India. The reason behind boycotting is that we are not ready to see our nation in the with the some like negative lens. In spite we know the nation is having a some every nation has something which is not good and can be considered bad, but we are not ready to face that reality, that what our nation is having, and not allowing others to see that reality. Then there is a forced sterilization practice which happened in the Congress ring. That reference is also taken in Rushdie's Midnight Children. The main reason they gave for the sterilization was that increasing population. So here we see the ideology of Sandeep by hook or crook. They want they want to attain something, that they want to reduce the population of India, and in their arrogance they are repressing other poor people who are forced to have sterile. Then recently we had a dialogue or a phrase from our PM, that is Harvard versus hardware. We know that in the education system of Gujarat or education of system of India, we can't get a outcome or a education what Harvard University is giving. But then we are we are giving priority to hard work. So we are not ready to face or question our education system. Instead, we are going for another path, that is we should follow the hard work. The other two examples are the construction of the dam. For the development of the nation, for the development of the region, we are going for the construction of the dam. But what about the people who have to migrate from the around region? And what about the aquatic life which are being disturbed due to the construction of the dam? Here again, we for the development of the nation, showing our nation being a superior or completing the arrogance of a political authority, the another other part of the society which are poor or which are repressed are not take considered. This so here through these examples I would say that yes, the message with the home and the world is giving, the pride that comes with nationhood can only lead to arrogance and to the repression of others is also true in our time. These are my citations. Thank you.
So Janvi and Vachalta, okay, they will ask questions.
Jill, my question is where would Bimla stand in this previous time according to the novel?
We are seeing that the ideology which was shared by Nikhil and Sandeep is still prevalent in today's time also. And we would agree that Bimla is also, which is allegory, who is allegory of Bengal. We can say that she can be considered as an allegory of India today, our nation, because today some people are ready to accept the modernism, some new thoughts, but there is also another group, a majority group, who is not ready to accept other ideologies. Today we see that there are variety of things happening on the base of variety of mass actions are happening on the base of caste. If they are not even ready to allow a movie to be released which are belonging to their caste or questioning something which are just mere purpose of entertainment. So I must say that today our country or our society can be considered to be the Bimla of today's.
Yes. Next question.
the main conflict we have also discussed in the slides, and it is the two ideologies which Tagore himself is having. He wants a freedom of choice in the society, wants modern ideology also, but on the other side, he himself is confused that should he have the ideology of Sandeep, another ideology of Tagore, should he have this modern modern ideology in their nation or not? Thank you.